Brazil is undoubtedly one of the best nations when it comes to footballing pedigree. With a record 5 World Cups and countless Copa America titles, it is not a new fact that they are top dogs internationally. So it's confusing to me as to why people outside of South America don't pay attention to the league that has created countless footballing icons. Neymar, Pele, Ronaldinho, R9, there's quite literally too many to count. The Brazilian league is quite honestly very interesting, but it might be difficult for a foreigner to get into. But don't worry, this video will help you choose your favorite team and get some history and background on just who they are. But first off, the Brazilian league actually follows a different schedule compared to other leagues you may be familiar with. Starting in May and ending in December, this is because of temperature reasons as it gets too hot to play. But now, without further ado, let's get into it. Palmeiras. The first club we will talk about are the 2023 champions Palmeiras. See, they are kind of like the Man City of Brazil right now, winning 4 top flight league titles since 2016, as well as winning the Libertadores in 2020 and 2021, which is kind of like the UCL equivalent for them. They are clearly the dominant force in Brazil right now. They have the most league titles with 12, and they are located in São Paulo, which is the biggest city in Brazil. I have no doubt in my mind that this team will keep fighting for titles, and you might know them because of a Brazilian wonder kid named Endrick, who has just left their squad to join Real Madrid for a whopping 72 million euros. Grêmio. Grêmio is located in southern Brazil. They had just placed second place in the 23 season, and they had one of the best strikers of all time play for them, Luis Suarez. However, he has decided to leave and join Inter Miami. Grêmio has won its last league title back in 1996, but they have found success in other competitions since then, winning the Libertadores on 3 separate occasions and most recently in 2017. They actually just promoted to the first division in 2022. Although the future of the club is a little uncertain with Suarez leaving, I'm sure they'll be decent heading into the following season. Atlético Mineiro. See, they're a part of the Big 12. Atlético Mineiro won the last league title in 2021, their first in over 50 years. They actually won the double that year, picking up the Brazilian Cup as well. They have found success internationally also, winning the Libertadores in 2013 and the Super Cup in 2014. Located a couple hours away from Rio in Sao Paulo, they found themselves in a very important part of Brazil's footballing history. They placed 3rd last season, and they have the quality players in their squad. They are a really well-respected club, and their future seems bright. Flamengo. Easily one of the biggest and most successful clubs in Brazil, the 7-time league champions placed 4th in the 2023 season. But they have been excellent in the recent seasons, winning the title back in 2020 and in 2019, as well as winning the Libertadores on 3 separate occasions. They would win the title in 2022 and in 2019. Some say they are the richest club in Brazil, and they have one of the biggest fan bases located in Rio. They play in the biggest stadium in Brazil, the iconic Maracanã. They are one of only 3 clubs to have never been relegated from the top flight. Their squad has a lot of talent, and a 36-year-old David Luiz still plays for them. Botafogo. Now, I know most Botafogo fans are tired of hearing about their disastrous season, where they held a 13-point lead but somehow ended up finishing 5th. Botafogo is kind of like Arsenal in a sense. They haven't won the league title in a while, but they've come close, and both don't really have the best international pedigree. Although Botafogo was a part of the Big 12, it is one of the less successful clubs on the list, winning 2 Brazilian league titles, and their last one came in 1995. Still, Botafogo is a legendary club due to the fact that they have sent the most players to the Brazil national team. You may know some of their legends like Jairzinho or Garrincha. Located in Rio, they also have a big fan base. Hopefully they could win a major trophy soon because man, after this last season, they just deserve one. Bragantino. It seems as though a Red Bull club has found itself in every competition, and there's no difference here in Brazil. The club used to go under a different name until it was bought out 4 years ago. Since then, Red Bull has failed to win a trophy, but they have surely come close. And there's no doubt in my mind that they will eventually win one because of their funding. I would tell you to not support this club because it's just a fake club, with no tradition or history. You would just be supporting an energy drink company. Next, Fluminense. Fluminense fans have been over the moon this past season, as they have just won their first Libertadores in club history. It is surely a great achievement. They also made the Club World Cup final, but lost to Manchester City. But can we really blame them? Another historic club in Rio, they are also a part of the Big 12. A fun fact about them is their manager Diniz also manages the Brazilian national team. Known for their different play style because they play a brand of attacking passing football which is really fun to watch. Marcelo also plays for this team and has joined a very short list of players who have won both the Champions League and Libertadores title. Athletico Paranaense. The next season for Paranaense will be a historic one, as it marks their 100-year anniversary as a club. They have been an interesting club to follow for the past few years, winning the Sudamericana in 2018 and in 2021. They have also just made a record departure, selling 18-year-old Vitor Roque for 40 million euros to Barcelona. I like the project this club is going for. Located in Curitiba, they have also recently rebranded. It's an interesting club to support for sure, and I'm excited to see their moves and what their next achievements will be. Internacional. These are the eternal rivals of Grêmio. Also located in the same city as Grêmio, Internacional is another member of the Big 12 in Brazil, and they are just as successful as their crosstown rivals. Although their last league title came back in 1979, they have been successful in cup competitions just like Grêmio, winning the Libertadores in 2006 and in 2010. And they are also one of 3 Brazilian clubs to win the Club World Cup. Their fight with Grêmio over who is the best team in the state, in my opinion, is one of the most interesting rivalries in the world. Although they placed 9th in the past season, I would say don't sleep on them, and they are due for a trophy sometime soon. Fortaleza. They're literally in the middle of nowhere compared to the rest of the teams, but their past season was actual heartbreak. Losing the Sudamericana final in penalties definitely stung. They haven't won any major trophies and aren't really a huge club in Brazil, but that doesn't mean they aren't important. They placed a respectable 10th. They are the best club in their state, winning the past 5 state championships in a row. Once again qualifying for the Sudamericana, I'm sure they are coming for a revenge. São Paulo. São Paulo is definitely one of the bigger teams in the Big 12 of Brazil. Although this past season they finished a disappointing 11th for their standards, they have won the Brazilian Cup, meaning that if they win the Super Cup match next season, they are the first team in Brazil to win all possible trophies. As the name suggests, they are located in São Paulo and have won the Brazilian League 6 times. Pair that along with 3 Libertadores titles and a Club World Cup. They can also boast about the fact that they have never been relegated. It's simple to see why they have so many fans. They are historically one of the best teams in Brazil. Cuiabá. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but they are definitely an interesting project. Founded in 2001, they reached the top flight in 2021 and haven't gone down since. Right now they are the best team in their state. However, their given state isn't really known for the highest quality of football in Brazil. Still, it's an amusing side, and it's quite an impressive rise to success as they were just founded 20 years ago. Corinthians. Corinthians placed a very disappointing 13th place in the league table, but they are easily one of the bigger clubs in Brazil historically. But as of recent, they haven't been the dominant force they're known to be, with their last major trophy coming back in 2017 when they won the league title. They are one of the most supported clubs in Brazil, and I'm sure that they will be back to winning ways soon. Cruzeiro. Another team in the Big 12, Cruzeiro has not been the best in the past few years, as they just came back from the second division, winning the Serie B in 2022. However, their season back to the first division didn't go so well, placing 14th, just 4 points away from relegation. The club is actually owned by Ronaldo Nazário, who played there during his younger years. Still an important club historically, winning 2 Libertadores and an impressive 6 Brazilian Cups. Some fans think R9 isn't the right man when it comes to the job for ownership, but only time will tell. Vasco da Gama. Vasco has had a pretty rough last decade. The 4-time Brazilian champions have been relegated to the second division 3 times in the last 10 years, and they barely survived relegation this year, just above the drop by 2 points. Still, if you look past that, they have an insanely passionate fan base. But to be fair, most Brazilian clubs have that. Their last major trophy came back in a Brazilian Cup win in 2011. And I don't think they will be much of a threat when it comes to trophies, at least for now. But hey, anything could change. Bahia. They have won 2 Brazilian championships, but that was quite a while ago. You remember how I called Palmeiras the Man City of Brazil? Well, the same group that owns Man City actually owns Bahia. They have just purchased a 90% stake in the club. So if you ask me for a club who is on the uptrend and will probably win a few trophies soon, I would have to point to them. Still, this season for them was quite a scary one, as they would finish just 1 point above Santos to save them from relegation. Bahia is quite an interesting club, and I'm excited to see what the city project has for them. Santos. The last club we will look at today is arguably Brazil's most recognizable club, Santos. With Pelé and Neymar, who both played for the side, Santos is a part of the Big 12. But that didn't mean much, as for the first time in their history, they would be relegated to the second division. Yes, they have been going through some troubles in the past, but I doubt they stay there for long, because they have won 8 Brazilian titles and 3 Libertadores trophies, with Neymar winning the last one with them in 2011. Their golden era has been long gone. In fact, they lost the Libertadores final in 2021 to Palmeiras. I feel bad for their supporters, but I think that this will light a fire under them like we have never seen before. I'm telling you to watch out for Santos in the next 5 years. So that's all the teams we will be looking at today. Which team piqued your interest the most? Which team is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe, as I will be making more videos just like this one.